Little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Palmer. He's got Floyd out left. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And certainly one of the mainstays in this offense is the crafty veteran L. Fitz.
Love the way you phrased it. Crafty. This guy knows how to get open and catch the football.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
They go play action with Palmer. And he's got Fitzgerald. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC, and when I got introduced to him, I thought I was meeting their starting tight end, not their starting quarterback.
Such a presence, Carson Palmer.
Very much so. Has had it ever since he entered campus there, and still has it today.
The gang of Charger defenders there for the tackle. Time quickly to look at the Chargers defense.
Jason Verrett may not have ideal size as a cornerback, but no one plays the ball better in the air than the guy I call Mighty Mouse.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down.
Here we go. Wide 18. Wide 18.
Play action. Now Palmer. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Right now. Wide 18. Wide 18.
On 3rd down, Palmer. And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Now Drew Butler to punt for Arizona, the son of former Bears kicker Kevin Butler. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fielded at the 20. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. One man in the backfield is Gordon. Now Rivers. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And for Gates, of course, 36 now, 36 years old, but 104 career touchdowns. But at age 36, how do they handle him this year?
I think that you rest him as much as possible in the preseason. He didn't even dress for the preseason opener. He and Philip Rivers know each other so well. Just roll him out in game 1 and turn him loose then.
Shift together here from the D-line.
380.
2nd down, Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Rivers on first down. Allen's got it over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. Rivers now. And it's complete. Henry. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Hunter Henry out of the University of Arkansas was definitely the consensus top tight end in the 2016 draft. I thought he might sneak into the first round. He didn't. But I think that Phillip Rivers is really happy to have him in San Diego. They're already starting to make that connection.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And one of the guys to watch out for out of this group is the man on the outside, Keenan Allen.
His versatility, able to play outside the numbers, come back inside to the slot. In any case, you've got to find ways to get him the ball.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it'll be 3rd down. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Tyrann Mathieu has a cornerback's build with safety skills. The Honey Badger knows where the football is.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. And this complete to Henry over the middle. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Play clock running out. Mike McCoy realizes it and takes a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. 4th down, Rivers. It's caught. Jones. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, and they've got it here with a first down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Rivers gonna, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Phillip Rivers scoring on the sneak from a yard out, and the Chargers have taken the lead. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. Have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind him.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Palmer on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And Charles driving over to this one. Some intrigue around a few quarterback battles going on right now in the league, isn't there?
Cleveland, they settled in early August. San Francisco, Denver, those continue to rage. But how about the Rams returning to L.A. and bringing a quarterback battle with them?
Ten yards still left on second down.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Palmer now to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. And now San Diego getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
4th and 1. I don't think Wild Horses could have dragged that quarterback off the field. He was motioning to go for it from the start. And sure enough, it's the ground game that gets him the first down.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now Gordon on first down. Oh, nice move. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Rivers. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 54 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Brandon Oliver now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it'll give the Chargers a first down. Here's Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They go play action here on first down, and this is complete. It's Allen. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They'll throw again. Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
To throw is Rivers. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 37. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick that time, and he's able to redeem himself from the previous miss.
And fortunately for him, he got the chance to do that not long after missing the first time. Sometimes a whole game goes by, and you don't get that chance at all. So you keep it with you till the next time you take the field.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Brandon Mebane breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Palmer. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. 23 yards on the play. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st down, it's Palmer. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Here's Palmer. Screen play. Johnson. It's a pickup of 14 there, and that'll be good for an Arizona 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run it with Johnson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
There you go, play action with Palmer. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And just like that, it's third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. From the gun on third down, it's Palmer. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the Cardinal field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 24 that time. And that'll be good for a San Diego first down. Rivers now to throw on first down. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. 7 yards on the play. And it'll be second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for third down. Throwing Rivers. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here's Oliver. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half. Yeah,
and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Detroit! Detroit! More! It's coming. Double up.
Now a play fake here on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Second down and 4.
Watch right.
One receiver left, that's Allen. Now Rivers. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at it, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Ready? 390!
Rivers on first down. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
One man in the backfield is Gordon. And he'll get it up the middle. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game, and with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
A first carry for the vet, Danny Woodhead. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Josh Lambo now for the Charger field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lambo will put this one through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Second and 10 now, and it's Palmer. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard a double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, it's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. He's got Floyd out left. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down. They come out here in the eye. Now Palmer to throw on second down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So third and medium here, 3rd and 5. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. Caught, right side, Gresham. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On the ground, this is Johnson. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. On 3rd and goal, Palmer. And it's caught. It's Floyd. Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Floyd. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now San Diego getting set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First down, Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's brought down. 13 yards there on the pickup. And the Chargers are going to have a first down. And quickly they get to the line. Rivers now to throw on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
One receiver left. That's Allen. Second down, Rivers. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's brought down. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And we're back now in Mission Valley and San Diego. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The first down throw here for Rivers. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
One man in the backfield is Gordon. He's going to get the football. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitz or play coverage.
Finds his target. It's Gates. A gain of 11 and a first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the red zone now, Rivers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. This will be caught at about the 3. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. Is up to 14. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to...
Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now Palmer, he's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Palmer now surveying the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Here's Drew Butler now as he's on to punt for Arizona. Did get it back, I do think, yes. So no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a first down. And now San Diego getting set to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And he's brought down after a good game. A very solid gain of 27. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Benjamin with it over the middle. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on there.
Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One man in the backfield is Gordon. And he'll get it up the middle. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Rivers on first down. Completes it to Benjamin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Another pistol look here. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one. And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Williams to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Palmer. He checks it down here to Ellington. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Palmer now to throw on third down. And he's got Gresham. And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Second down now after the incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Second and 10. It's Palmer again. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Jeremiah Tauchu able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third.
Let's go, let's go. Why? Sally 19.
Now Palmer on third and long. He's got time. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So they're operating in the red zone. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Throwing here, Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They're calling a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. One receiver left, that's Allen. Throwing Rivers. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They come out here in the I. Here's Rivers. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a 3. And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a first and goal.
Brandon, this is why play callers get the big bucks. This wasn't a 4th and inches call. You get into situations like 4th and 3, 4th and 4. You've got a tough decision to make. Very gutsy play here, and they pick up the first down.
Now Rivers. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Rivers here to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And he's in across the chalk. Touchdown, San Diego. Phillip Rivers scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And he knocks it through. Now after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. One last shot for Palmer. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And I got to tell you, I've never coached, but if I'm a coach here, what do you say to your team after a loss this deflating?
After a loss like that, the less the better. Just get in